So before starting today's session, maybe a few minutes, we can have a short recap or review of what we learned. A short recap, not in-depth. If we take in-depth, it will take another 1 hour. So we'll have a short recap of what we learned yesterday. Starting from the session number 1. The session number 1, I think we have started with the introduction of Excel. On the top, where we can see our title bar. On the left-hand side of the title bar, 3 or 4 buttons are available, which we call it as quad. I think today we are going to see how to customize this quad. And this whole area on the bottom put together, we call it as ribbon. On the ribbon, the first item file, which is our office button, home, insert and page layout are all tabs. A special tab will appear here. That is called as contextual tab. Below the tab, this clipboard, font, alignments are all groups. On the corner of the group, you can see a small arrow mark. This one is called as dialog box, launcher, and all the other items we call it as commands. How can I hide or unhide the ribbon? Using the mouse, you can go here and make a double click for hiding the ribbon, same double click for unhiding the ribbon. But we have a shortcut key for hiding or unhiding the ribbon. What is the shortcut key? Control F1. Very good. Control F1, Control F1. Some laptops you have to press the control function F1. But there is an option of switching off that function key also. How can I switch off that function key? Control function. I want to switch off that function key. I don't want to press control function F1. I want to switch off the function key. Function escape. Function escape is the key for switching on or switching off the function key. And I want to hide everything. Then we can use a shortcut key. Control Shift F1. Control Shift F1. Same Control Shift F1 for unhiding it. And this one we call it as name box, and this one is a formula bar. I can increase the formula bar height just by clicking here, and you can use the shortcut key Control Shift U to increase or decrease your formula bar height. And you know A, B, C, D are all columns, 1, 2, 3 are all rows. Where the rows and columns are meeting, we call it as cells. How many rows and how many columns are available in one Excel sheet is? 10,48,576 rows, 16,384 columns. How can I check that? What is the easiest method to check how many rows and columns are available? You can go to the topmost leftmost corner here on the triangle, just click it and hold it. When I click and hold, it will show you how many rows and how many columns are available. And how the columns and rows are calculated is based on the binary format. 2 to the power of 14, 2 to the power of 20. And I want to go to the next page downwards. You can use page down, page down, page down, page up, page up, page up to go to the previous page. I want to go to the next page on the right side. Then we can use Alt page down. We'll go to the next right hand side next page. Alt page up will go to the previous page on the left hand side. On the bottom you can see this one is called a sheet tab. How can I move between one sheet to another sheet is you can use the shortcut key Control page down. We'll go to the next sheet. Control page up will go to the previous sheet. Or you can make a right click on the sheet tab, list of sheets will be there. Select the sheet and you can say OK, it will go to that particular sheet. How can I insert a fresh new sheet? I want to insert a fresh new sheet. Shift F11 is the shortcut key for inserting a new sheet. But how do I find how many sheets are there? I want to know how many sheets are there totally. You can see it displays 1 of 30, but how do we get the sheet number is by making a right click on the status bar and you have to enable the sheet number. After enabling the sheet number, you have to go here and you can click on the right hand side. You will get something called as navigation. You can use the navigation and you can jump to a particular sheet also. Right? Then on the bottom you can get the workbook statistics also. Enable that workbook statistics and you can click it. Or this navigation, you can go to the view. Under view also navigation is available. Under review also you can see there is an option of workbook statistics. And when I select some cells, it is showing some average, count or sum. I can make a right click and I can enable the formulas. I want average, count, maximum, minimum, sum. But one more advantage in the latest version is select this. This sum I want it in some other area. So click it and you can go to some other cell and just paste it. That sum value will get pasted. And 3 view, normal view, page layout view, page break preview. Plus and minus is zoom in and zoom out. You can use the control key and scroll up and scroll down, or you can use the touchpad to increase or decrease the zoom person, or we have a shortcut key also. Control Alt plus and Control Alt minus. Whenever I type something and I press enter, my cursor will go to the next cell. But how can I make the cursor to be retained in the same cell? Control enter. January and go to the corner, fill handle, drag it, January, February will get filled. Sunday, Monday will get filled, first, second will get filled. But when I type 1 and drag it, 2, 3 will not be filled. We have several methods. You have to type 1 and 2 and go to the corner, drag it. Second method is hold the control key and drag it. Third method, drag this. After dragging this, a small tag is available. This tag is called as smart tag, where we can use the fill series. But I want to fill a very big value, starting from 1 to 5,000. What is the easiest method to fill a very big value here? I cannot go here and drag it. What is the easiest method is? Home, under home, fill. Under fill, we have an option called as series. And how do you want to fill the series? Row wise or column wise, step value and stop value. How can I select this range from top to bottom? Control shift down arrow for selecting. After selecting, I want to go to the first cell and last cell without removing the selection. Control dot. First cell to the last cell. Very good. Then you did some exercise. 500, 515, 530 has to be filled. And another thing is reverse order, it has to be filled. Now I have 3 or 4 cells. A Toshiba JSW power system. I want to combine all the 4 cells together into one cell. Several methods. Concat, concatenate. And we have the function called as text join. But yesterday we have seen the simplest and easiest method to combine all the 4 cells or 5 cells together. What is the easiest method? You have to go to home, fill, justify. Yesterday we have seen justify. But before justifying, what we have to do? Column width. Increase the column width and we have to go for justify. Very good. Decrease the column width and justify. What will happen? It will split. Very good. And I want to type a date. After typing a date, I want to change the format of the date. Right click and format cells. Or you can use the shortcut key. Shift F10 is a right clicking shortcut key. And I can go to the format cells just by pressing F. Or straight away we have the shortcut key to go to format cells. What is the key for format cells straight away? Control 1. So control 1. And I want to, if a letter is underlined, you can press the underlined letter. If the letter is not underlined, first letter. You can take the first letter, and yesterday we have did a conditional custom format, DD, MM, YYY, whatever the format you want. And there are 3 methods to get the current date. The first method is you can use the control semicolon. And after this, I want to change the date format. We have seen some 5, 6 shortcut keys. Control Shift 1, number format with 2 decimals. Control Shift 2, time. 3 is for date. 4 is for currency. 5 is for percentage. And we have one more thing, Control Shift tilde, which is for removing the decimal places. After typing the date, when I go to the corner and I drag this, we have some options where we can see whether you want to fill it by days, weekdays, months or years. Weekdays is Monday to Friday, and month-wise, year-wise, and all the days. Control semicolon will give you the date. Control Shift semicolon will give you time. And we have one more method to get the date also, equal to today. What is the difference between this control semicolon and today? Today will change. You can see here, yesterday I typed 5th August. It's showing 5th August. But whereas this one, it has automatically updated to 6th August. And we have one more function, that is now, which will show you the date as well as the time. But the time will not get updated. Could you tell me how can I update the timing? F9. Whenever you press the key called as F9, your time will get updated. Okay. And you did some task. I want to fill all the month-wise, quarter-wise, weekdays-wise using the same fill series. After fill series is over, I want to separate some column. I want to separate the first letter. I want to separate the initial. I want to separate the last letter. We have to give 1 or 2 sample. Sample should be on the next immediate column, and sample is case sensitive. After giving a sample, could you tell me what is the feature for filling the data here? Control E is the shortcut key, but what is the name of that feature? Flash filling. Very good. The name of the feature is flash filling. Control E. If you don't use Control E, there is one more method. You can go to the fill, under fill, you can go to flash fill. Or you can go to data, there is a flash fill available here. Right? Then, and we have separated something, number, text, date, and I want the 0 to be prefixed, means how many digits you want, you have to decide. Then you have to press Control 1. And how many digits you want? Suppose if we want 4 digits, then how many zeros? 4 digits means 3 zeros. 5 digits means 4 zeros, and then hash. Very good. After this, I think you did a task for separating this data, and I want to separate the year, I want to separate the location. And flash fill is not only used for separation, flash fill can be used for combining your data also. Give a sample and control E, it can combine the data also. And based on the total sales or revenue, I want to calculate what is my percentage. So you can use the shortcut key, quick analysis. What is the shortcut key for that quick analysis? Is control Q. And then you can go to totals, where we can see sum, average, count, percentage, rental. Two sum, two average, two count. One is for row wise, another one is for column wise. And similarly, we have found that the cumulative percentage also. Based on this, you did some task. Row wise cumulative percentage. And here row wise as well as column wise percentage and cumulative percentage. How can I select the entire column in a sheet? In a sheet, I want to select the entire column. Is there any shortcut key to select the entire column? Control space bar. Row. Shift space bar. And when I press control shift space bar for first time, entire table. Second time, entire sheet. Then what we did is select the column, and I want to know wherever my target is achieved, I want to give a color. Control Q. And you can go to the table, you can go to the formatting, where we can see greater than. Under greater than, you can give a condition. After giving the condition, you can go here and you can select your colors also. But the greater than is okay, but I want to give some condition like between or equal to or less than. Unfortunately, it's not available in Control Q. You have to go to Home tab and you have to go to Conditional Formatting. But how can I go to the Home tab, Conditional Formatting without using mouse? Alt. You have to press the Alt key and you have to press the underlined letter. Home. Home is H and Conditional Formatting is L. You can press the underlined letter and you can navigate it. And how can I modify the Conditional Formatting is you have to go to the Manage rule. Manage rule, you can modify the conditional formatting. Clear rules for deleting the conditional formatting. And we have seen using the same conditional formatting how to find out the duplicate values, how to remove the duplicate values. Before removing the duplicate value, could you tell me which is the easiest or best method to select the entire table? Table full of select, there is a shortcut key or easy method. Control Shift 8. Control asterisk is the best method to select the entire table. Then go to data and we had an option called as remove duplicates, where we can remove the duplicate values. So I can select remove duplicates and I say okay, the duplicate values will get removed. And then we have seen how to find out the top 10, bottom 10 data bars like this. Negative values will be in a color, positive values will be in color. Color scale, green, yellow, red. Right click and I sort it. Green will turn into yellow, yellow will turn into red. Then we used some icon sets like this also. You can put some icon sets. After this, I think you did some task. How can I put the icon sets and other things? And I want to draw a chart inside a cell. Inside a cell itself, I want to draw a chart. Select this and you can use a shortcut key, Control Q. Under Control Q, we have an option called as sparkline. 3 types of sparkline: line sparkline, column sparkline, win and loss. After drawing the sparkline, on the top, you will get the sparkline tab, where we can highlight the high point, low points, negative point, first point, last point that can be highlighted. And you can put the axis, you can change the color. But unfortunately, Control Q will create a chart only on the next column. But I want the chart in some other area. Then we can go to Insert and we can put the sparklines here. And if you don't want the sparkline, very simply you can go to the sparkline tab and you can clear the sparkline also. So we have seen how to get, there are 3 types of sparkline: line sparkline, column sparkline and win and loss. And like this you can get some other things inside a cell also. Inside a cell I can put a picture. Inside a cell I can put a checkbox like this. And similarly you can put a emojis like this also. What is the shortcut key for getting emojis? Windows dot. Windows dot is a shortcut key for getting the emojis. And finally, you did the task for drawing the sparklines and how to create a sparklines. Okay. So this is where we have stopped our session yesterday. So 10th exercise we have completed until sparkline. Today we are going to start with more formulas and functions. Formula, functions and pivot and charts and some tips about Copilot also. Okay. Right. So before moving on to the exercise number 11, as usual, any questions, doubts, queries? Yes. Of what we learnt yesterday as of now? Any other questions, doubts, queries? I'm putting my mobile on the silent. Okay. Doubt to go. Clear. So we can move on to today's session. Exercise number 11. Very good. We'll move on to the exercise number 11, where you can see two columns are there. One is name, another one is date of birth. So now I think you would have guessed, or you would have assumed what is the function we are going to use, or what is the aspect we are going to do here. We are going to find out the age in terms of years, months and days. So we are going to find out the age of all the employees and months, age in months, age in days, years, months and days, all the three. To find out the age, I believe we require two dates. One date is already available. What could be the another date? Today's date. To get the today's day, we have three methods. Yesterday we have seen control semicolon, today, now. Could you tell me which is the best one to find out the age? Can I use control semicolon? Can I use today or can I use now? Now. Control semicolon. All the three. First one you cannot use control semicolon. Why? Because this control semicolon is static. So if I say date age, it will show you today's age. Suppose I open it 10 months later, 1 year later, it will show you the age as per today's date for 6th August. So we cannot use control semicolon. Control semicolon is ruled out. So today or now, I think today is fair enough. Now is not required. Timing is not required. You know the age, I think timing is not required. So today is fair enough. So let me type the today function in some other cell. Equal to today, open bracket, close bracket, nothing inside a bracket. Today, bracket open, bracket close. Nothing inside the bracket. 6/8/2026, today's date. And now we are going to find out the age of all the employees in terms of years. In Excel, more than 500 functions are available. That too in latest version, Microsoft is creating so many functions. Let us see some new functions. They are creating so many functions. Even to create a pivot table. In earlier days, we have to use a pivot table. Now they have created a function for pivot table also. For filtering, they have created a function. Sorting, they have created a function. Everything there is a function available. You know that if I type equal to, and if I type any starting letter A, B, C, it will show you all the function. Starting with A, what are all the functions available? Starting with B, what are all the functions available? As I told, I want to create a pivot means if I type PI, there is a option to create a pivot table. If you want to create a filter function, there is a filter function available. If you want to create a sort function, there is a sorting. Earlier days, we'll throw everything through a menu. Now, everything they have made as a function nowadays. So, we'll see some new function. But where is this function list available? Where is the function list? So, let me go to the formula tab. Under the formula tab, when I go to the formula tab, below the formula tab, you can see insert function. There is a button called as insert function. This is method number 1. Method number 2, there is a button called as FX here. FX. And 3, we have a shortcut key, Shift F3. Or some laptops, you have to press Shift function F3. Which will show you all the list of functions available in Excel. All the list of functions in alphabetical order. Okay. You either go to formula and click on insert function, or click on FX or Shift F3. Okay, anyone. So let me press Shift F3 now. And it shows the function list in a category way. So most recently used function. This is the most recently used function. Instead of the most recently, let us say all. All means all the functions of Excel. Financial function, date function, mathematical, trigonometrical, statistical, lookup. For example, I click on all. So it will show you all the functions available in Excel, A to Z. A to Z, all the functions of Excel is displayed here. All the functions. Till Z, all the functions will be displayed here. Suppose I say ABS, first function, ABS, in alphabetical order. I don't know what is this ABS. On the bottom, you can see it shows return absolute value of a number. That means in ABS, if I give a number, it will convert that number into absolute number. What is absolute number? If I give a negative number, this ABS will convert that negative into a positive. If you give a positive number, it will display as a positive. Negative will be converted as a positive. Positive will be displayed as a positive itself. Still, I am not able to understand. After reading this also, I am not able to understand. No problem. Click here, help on this function. When I click help on the function, it will open your web explorer, and you can see it shows how to use the function with the syntax. ABS with the number. If I give ABS 2, what will be the answer? Answer will be 2. If I give ABS minus 2, the answer will be 2. ABS A2, assume this is A1 and this is A2. In A2 we have minus 4. The answer it will be 4. So like this, all the functions of Excel will be displayed here. All the functions of Excel. So if you want to learn a function, this is the easiest method. Click on the help and you can see the function. Still, if you are not able to understand, still I am not able to understand, no problem. Select this function, select this example, copy the example, Control C, come to Excel and paste it here. On the top, I am pasting it. That function will get pasted here. That function will get pasted. Now you can see how the function is used. ABS 2, the answer is 2. ABS minus 2, answer is 2. ABS A2, the answer is 4. In A2, what we have in A2 is minus 4, the answer is 4. So this is the easiest or simplest method to learn a function. Because I cannot teach all the 500 functions within this one day, which is impossible. Correct? You have to explore the other functions. Please explore the other function. But one function which is not in the list, the function the list liye kadiyad. When you shift F3 or plus Fx, that function is not available in the list. Some function will have some videos also. For example, if you want to learn that VLOOKUP function, I think VLOOKUP is outdated, but still, if you want to learn that VLOOKUP function, I type VLOOKUP and I click on help. You can see sometimes a video, step-by-step instruction with the video itself will be available. So how to use this VLOOKUP function with the video format, step-by-step. I think it's Wi-Fi speed, it's taking some time. So step-by-step how to use it, equal to if. So when I run the video, it will show you how to use the function with the example. So step-by-step it will explain your function. Equal to what you have to do. So step-by-step it will explain here. Right? Like this you can explore the function. But one function which is not at all available in the list, and the function motor list liye kadaya. That function is a only function hidden in Excel. Even I told you when I type equal to and A, it will show you all the functions starting with A. Equal to B, all the functions starting with B. But this function, only function hidden. The function name is equal to DA. You can see that function is not in the list. That function name is DATE. Date. DIF. Diff. Date diff. That means date difference. Difference between two dates. Date diff. Literally you have to type the function. No other go. You cannot select it also. Literally you have to type the function. Date diff. DATEDIF. Date diff. Bracket open. Open the bracket. First we have to select the starting date. Starting date means the old date, the early date, starting date. So tell me, I have two dates. Which is the starting date here? Old date, date of birth. So select the date of birth first. Starting date is old date. Select the date of birth first. Date diff, open bracket, starting date, comma, comma, finishing date, end date. Which is my end date? Today's date. Today's date is my end date. Date diff, open bracket, starting date, comma, end date, comma. How do you want the difference between these two dates? How do you want the difference? Whether you want the difference in years, months or days. We want it in years. So, double quotes. You know, all the text should be in double quotes. Where is the double quotes? Yesterday also we used this double quotes. next to L semicolon, next to the semicolon double quotes. You have to hold the shift key and press the double quotes. Double quotes Y. Y represents years. Y means years. Double quotes close. Within double quotes, you have to type the year Y, close bracket. Bracket close. Enter or a control enter. If you press enter or control enter, yes. Now you will get the age of that employee. The age of the employee is 48 years. He's born on 1978. This is 2026. So 48 years. But when I copy it, it may throw an error. We'll see how to handle that error. I'm repeating the function one more time. Equal to DATEDIF, bracket open. Starting date, that's my date of birth, comma. Ending date, that's my today's date, comma. Double quotes, shift same next to L semicolon, next to semicolon, single quotes and double quotes, Y, close the quotes, close the bracket. 48 years. The age of the employee is 48 years. How can I get it for all the other employees is, you can drag and copy it on the bottom or go to the corner edge here, double click. Just to make a double click, it will be copied, but there is a error. We'll see how to handle that error. We'll see how to audit it and how to handle it. Okay. Yes. Done. But why? You have to put a dollar, okay. But why we have to put a dollar? How to put the dollars? What is the problem? Why there is a problem here? We have to audit it and check it. Auditing. I want to audit this formula. There are two methods to audit the formula. First method, I want to see the formula. When I write a formula here, by default Excel, what it will do is B11, H6. When I copy the formula in row wise, you can see the row number will get incremented automatically. For example, when I copy the formula downwards, this B11 will turn into B12. H6 will turn into H7. Same like B13, H8, B14, H9. So it will keep on updating here. So when you copy your formulas row wise, the row number will get incremented. I want to see the formula. How can I see the formula? If you want to see one formula, that's very simple. Click here and you can see the formula on the top. But how can I see all the formulas? So go to the formula tab. Under the formula tab, there is a small button available called as show formulas. Go to formulas, show formulas. In some screen, your screen size is very small. The show formula will be a small button here. Show formulas. Next to the trace precedence, show formulas. Or we can use the shortcut key, control tilde. Yesterday we used control shift tilde for removing the decimal places. This one is control tilde, just control tilde. It will show you only the formula. Let me check that. Control tilde. It is showing the formula here. You can see the first person, date of birth, it is checking the data. Yesterday itself we have seen all the date will be stored in a number starting from 1 Jan 1900. So here it is taking the first person date of birth and first person it's taking today's date. Correct. B11 H6. B11 H6. Correct. When I come down, you can see the B11 is turning into B12. And you can see H6 is turning into H7. So now it's pointing to this column, this cell is empty. That's why we are getting this error. So when I go down, furthermore down, it will be showing next when I come down here, now it's taking H8, H9, H10. You can see it's keep on changing. That's why it's throwing an error. So when I come down, this H6 is turning into H7. I don't want this H6 to turn into H7. H6 should not be H7. It should be H6 only. This is one method to check your formula. Another method. Tell me, how can I come back to the normal view again? Same, control tilde. Another method. If it is available very near, I can check it. But sometimes this today date is in some other sheet, some other file. I want to know how this 48 is calculated, based on which two cells it's calculated. So one is show formulas, another one, same formulas, there is an option called as trace precedence. Just click on the trace precedent, it will show you the arrow mark, based on which two cells we are getting this age. எந்த ரெண்டு two cell பேஸா வச்சிட்டு இந்த age வரும். So now it's pointing to the date of birth, it's pointing to today's date. First person is correct. Second person, trace precedence. Second person, it's pointing the date of birth, now it's pointing to the empty cell. That's why it is throwing an error. So when I come down also, for all the employees, it should point only the today's date. It should not come to next cell. H8 should not turn, H6 should not turn into H7. So two methods for auditing your formula. One is you can just go to show formulas and do that. Another one is you can use this function called as trace precedence. I don't want this precedence. I can remove the arrows now. So I will remove the arrows. So the H6 should not turn into H7. Which value should not change here? H6 should not change into H7. Which should not change? Identify it, and we have to put a dollar symbol before that. எது மாறக்கூடாதுன்னு நினைக்கிறீங்களோ, which you don't want to change, identify it and put a dollar before that. Which should not change? H should not change into, 6 should not change into 7. 6 should not change into 7. So you have to put a dollar symbol before 6. This is one method. Manually you can type a dollar like this, or you can use a shortcut key also. Shortcut key is F4. Function F4 one time. When you press F4 one time, it has given a dollar before H, dollar before 6. But I don't want dollar before 6. I want dollar only before H, because H is only before 6. So one more F4. Now we got a dollar before 6. Before. Always say before. Don't say after H. It's before 6. Before 6. So 6 will be fixed now. Now 6 will get fixed. So before 6, I have applied the dollar. Either press F4 once or twice and get the dollar before 6, or manually type dollar before 6. Both are same. Now I double click and copy this. Now 100% you will get the right result. First employee age is 48, second employee is 43, 47, 41, 60, 43, 42. Now let me check the formula. Control tilde. Yes. B11 H6, B12 H6, B13 H6, B14 H6, B15 H6, B16 H6. The 6 is not changing into 7 because we have used the dollar before it. Yes. Control shift 1. Number 1. Control shift 2. Control shift 0. Okay. So we got the age in terms of years. Next. Equal to. Equal to. DATE. Date. DIF. Dead diff. Bracket open. Dead diff. Open bracket. Starting date. Once again, the starting date is date of birth, comma, today's date. Select today's date. And I know that when I copy it on the bottom, it will throw away error. After throwing error, putting a dollar, before that itself, I think I know this, it will throw error. So here itself, I am going to put a dollar. F4 once or twice, dollar before 6. F4, first time or second time, you can put a dollar before 6, comma, double quotes. Could you tell me what can I give within double quotes here? M, but there is a small challenge in M. If I say M, double quotes close, bracket close, I am saying M, double quotes and bracket close, it is saying something like 576. That means from the day that person has born till today, there are 576 months, which I don't want. Actually, this person is born on July. This is August. So actually 0 months. So it's 0 month. For example, this person, second person, let us take the second person. When I copy it on the bottom, second person is saying 520, which is not right. He is born on March. After March, April, May, June, July. 4 months has gone. 4 months. I am not taking August. Why I am not taking August? So this person is born on March, but I am taking April, May, June, July. I didn't consider this August month. Why? Because he is born on 20th March. Today is 6th. So 20th I can consider the August month. So it should show me the answer as 4. But it's showing 520, which is not correct. So don't use M. M will show you total months, which I don't want. I want to know after 48 years is completed. After the completion of 48 years, what is the number of months? So you have to use something called as YM. YM means after years, number of months. As I told, it says 0 because he is born on July. This is August. August 14th is not happy. After August 14th, 1 month aayirukkum. No, 1 month agala. So double click to all the employees. Yes. As I told, second person is 4. Third person is 10. So you have to use YM. Verum M kudukudadu. M kudutha total months. YM will show you years after months. Can you find out the days after months without error? After months, what is the number of days in your first task, the simplest task? After months, what is the number of days? 23. 139, no? 139 மாசத்துக்கு 30 வாங்கனே இதுக்கு கொஞ்சம் வாங்கலாம் ஒரு மாசத்துக்கு மொத்தம் 30 வாங்கலாம் hundreds of okay, equal to DATE DIF, bracket open, starting date is date of birth, comma, today's date, F4 one time or two time, comma, double quotes. What can I give within double quotes? After month, what is the number of days? So we have to use MD. Quotes close, bracket close. 23 days. He is born on 14th. Last month la evlo days? 31 or 30? 31. 17 plus 6. 23 days. So it says 23 days here. Last month 31 days, 14 minus 17 and 6 plus 6 days in it. 17 plus 6 is 23 days. So it says 23 days. Double click to copy this. Yes. The first person exact age is 48 years, 0 months and 23 days. Second person is 47 years, 4 months and 17 days. Now tell me, I want it as I spelled. Now, 48 years, 0 months and 23 days. I want it for all the person. How can I do that? I don't want to write the formula. I want it for all the person. So, one sample. Just give one or two sample. 48 years, 0 months, 23 days. One or two sample கொடுத்துட்டு என்ன பண்ணலாம்? Control E, flash fill. Very good, super. வந்துச்சு பாருங்க. One example is working out fine. If one example is not working out, try to give two examples also. ஒரு example work ஆச்சுன்னா fine. Work ஆகணும்னா இன்னொரு example. Control E. Give one example, It's working means fine. If it is not working, try with another example also. Okay. Flash filling, the yesterday's session. 12. Exercise number 12. We'll start this exercise. I think we cannot complete, at least we'll start. We have a table, sales ID, region, sales date, payment type, and sales amount. Based on that, what are we going to do here is, what are all the things we are going to do? It is, first time we are going to do some logical formulas and function. Logical formula. So we are going to use some logical formulas here. Yesterday we have seen about conditional formatting. Today we are going to see about conditional formula. Sorry, conditional formula. So we are going to see about conditional formula now. Assume I am going to find out the discount. Just for example, I want to find out discount. What is the discount here? For example, based on the sales amount. So we are going to find the discount. Find the discount. So we are going to find the discount here, where sales amount is greater than, wherever my sales amount is greater than, let us take something like 4,000. Then we are going to give a discount of 7%. Else, otherwise, we are going to give a discount of 5%. For example. So I am going to give a discount here. Wherever my sales amount is greater than 4,000, we are going to give a discount of 7%. Wherever it's not more than 4,000, if it is less than 4,000, then we are going to give 5%. Yesterday, we have seen how to give a color. Greater than 4,000, I can put a color. Less than 4,000, we can put a color. That is called as conditional formatting. Now, we are not going to give a color. We are going to generate an output here. That is our conditional formula. Okay. Technically, we call this as logical functions. One of a very popular function, one of the most frequently used function, I can say no programmer in the world is available without using this function. Very popular, very frequently used function. Equal to, if, if, equal to, if. When I typed if, automatically Excel is giving us what is the usage of this if. Check whether a condition is met. If oda vela enna, what is the usage of this if? It will check whether your condition is met. Unga condition correct ah illaya nu check pannu. Comma. If the condition is okay, if the condition is true, it will display a result. Comma. Another value if it is false. First it will check the condition. If the condition is okay, it will give you the result. If the condition is not okay, it will give you another result. That's the usage of this if function. Okay, let me do that. Open bracket, if open bracket. What is the syntax rules? And what is the purpose of it? We have seen what is the purpose. Now what is the syntax for this? If open bracket logical test. What are we going to test? I am going to test what is my condition. I want to test whether my sales amount is more than 4,000. 4,000 மேல sales amount இருக்கா அப்படின்னு check பண்ணப்போம், test பண்ணப்போம். So let us do the testing here. Select the sales amount E11. E11 is the cell where we have the sales amount greater than. E11 greater than, you know where is that greater than? Next to M is less than. Next to that less than, you can see the greater than 4,000. If E11 is greater than 4,000, E11 4,000 க்கு மேல இருக்கா, whether it's more than 4,000 check பண்றோம். So that's our logical test. நம்ம condition. Comma. If the condition is true, if the condition is true, if the condition is okay. இப்போ இங்க பாருங்க, this has turned into bold. அப்படின்னா now we are in the true area. இப்போ நம்ம true area தான் இருக்கோம். If this condition is true, if the condition is okay, what are we going to do? I am going to display 7%. Type 7% or type 0.07. Don't just type 7. 7 or 700 percentage if you put a percentage. So either type 0.07 or type it as 7%. So let us put 7%. Even though it's 7%, this way 0.07 only. Comma. If E11 is more than 4,000, then I am going to give a discount of 7%. Otherwise, I am going to give a discount of 5%. That's all. Bracket close. Or if you don't need to close the bracket also. If you are closing the bracket, fine. If you are not closing the bracket also, Excel will close it automatically. Now I press enter or a control enter. It says 0.05. Why 0.05 is 5%? Why it's 5%? Because my sales amount is less than 4,000. Now it is 0.05. Could you tell me how can I convert this 0.05 into a percentage format? Very good. Control Shift 5. Yesterday we have seen the shortcut key to change it to the percentage format. Control Shift 5. Now go to the corner here and double click it. Corner edge. Yes. Wherever my sales amount is more than 4,000, you will be getting 7%. Else you will be getting 5%. Okay. But why for the second one? Second one actually it's 4,000. Why it's showing 5% here? Yeah, 4,000. Because our condition is greater than 4,000. If you are used like this, suppose if you are used like this, greater than or equal to use pannina problem. If you are typed something like this, greater than or equal to, then it will check with the equal to also. But condition doesn't demand it. It says only greater than. That's all. That's why I used only greater than. Wherever your sales amount is more than 4,000, we are getting 7. Otherwise, they are getting 5. But I don't want 7% or 5%. I want what is my discount amount. I don't want 7 or 5. I want the discount amount itself there. So let us edit the formula. You know how to edit the formula. Yesterday itself we have seen. Click on the after the bracket or use the shortcut key F2 for editing the formula. Come to the last, multiply into. Multiply with what? Multiply with the sales amount. What answer? If it is 7%, 7 into sales amount. 5%, 5 into sales amount. That's all. Now if I say enter or control enter, it is saying 145.00 percentage. Because we have converted this into percentage. Could you tell me how can I convert that percentage back to a number? Control Shift 1. Very good. But this Control Shift 1, it is showing with the dot 00. I don't want the 00. I want just 145. Control Shift tilde. Very good. Below escape. Above the tab key. Control Shift tilde. Super. Knowing shortcut key is also very important. How to use the shortcut key. That's also very important. Control Shift tilde. Yesterday we discussed that shortcut key. Today also we revised it. Done? Now, I want to know how this formula is working. The formula எப்படி work ஆகுது, or how it is displaying 145 here. Whether my 145 is right or wrong. I want to check the formula step by step. Okay, this is very small formula. When you are going to write a very bigger formula in the future, it's better to check it by step by step. Step by step check பண்றது ஒரு better practice. First time. So let me place the cursor here and I go to the formula tab again. Under the formula tab, you can see there is an option evaluate formula. Evaluate. Some system, it will be a small button like this. There will be a small button here. Some system, there will be a small button like this. Evaluate formula. So click on that evaluate formula. When I click on evaluate formula, it will evaluate step by step. Just watch this underline. The underline watch pannite vaanga. So E11, now my cursor is at E11. I'll click on evaluate. What is there in E11 actually is 2900. It is checking whether the 2900 is more than 4000. Evaluate. No, it's not more than 4000. It's false. So it comes to 5%. True or this night it would have came to 7%. So it's false. It's coming to 5%. Evaluate. What is 5%? 5% means 0.05. Evaluate. 0.05 into E11. What is there in E11 is 2900. 0.05 into 2900. Evaluate. The answer is 145. This is how we got this answer. The answer இப்படிதான் derive ஆயிருக்கு. Step by step we can check it. Or let me check the third or second or third one. Third one. Place the cursor here. Evaluate formula. E13 is greater than 4000. Evaluate. What is in E13? We have 6300. Evaluate. 6300 is more than 4000. So it's true. So it comes to 7%. What is 7%? 7% is 0.07. Evaluate. 0.07 into E13. 0.07 into 6300. 441 is the answer. Okay. Step by step you can check your formula. Right. Now we'll see the next new function. We'll see the classical formula and the new formula also, both. Now, for example, I want to find out something like logistic cost. So I want to find something like logistic cost. Could you tell me how lines in one cell? Sales amount. 2 lines in one cell. How can I get 2 lines in one cell? Alt enter. Very good. Alt enter is the shortcut key for wrap text. Wrap text. Type the first line. Alt enter. Second line. So I want to find out the logistic cost. What is the condition for logistic cost? Based on the region wise. Just for a region wise. Wherever my region is south. If my region is south, assume my logistic cost is just 1000. South region, my logistic cost is 1000. Let us take the north region. North region, my logistic cost, let us take 1500. Just for example, 1500. If it is a west region, then the logistic cost is 2000. If it is a east region, then the logistic cost is maybe 3000. Other regions, others, it's going to be 0, nothing, no charges. If it is not south, if it is not north, if it is not east, if it is not west, then we are going to say 0 here. Maybe central region, no charges. No, we are not going to do anything in the central region, so it's going to be 0. So now we have to check 4 conditions. 4 conditions. Region south means 1000, north is 1500, west is 2000, east is 3000, other things are 0. For this, 3 functions are there. 3 functions. Old function, latest one. Let us start with the old function. The same function which we used now. If function. Equal to if. Bracket open. Equal to if. Open bracket. Logical test. Logical test is condition. Select that cell where we have region. B11 is equal to south. I want to type south. Can I type south straight away? With double quotes. Very good. Don't worry about the capital letter and small letter. Your spelling should be correct. B11 is equal to double quotes south. If B11 is south, double quotes close. It's not case sensitive. I told you, don't worry about capital and small. It's not case sensitive. Capital, small, பத்தி worry இல்ல. Spelling correct. If B11 is equal to south, B11 ல தான் region இருக்கு. Why we selected sales amount E11? போன செஷன்ல E11 ஏன் செலக்ட் பண்ணீங்க? அங்கதான் sales amount இருக்கு. இங்க தான் region இருக்கு. So B11 equal to south means, comma, what is the cost? 1000. If B11 south are 1000 is my cost. First part is over. We have to check only equal to, greater than bottom layer, because it's a text. Number means you can check greater than, less than. Text you have to put only equal to. If B11 is equal to south or if B11 B11 like a value south equal means 1000. Come on. If it is not equal, next condition, another if. This is called as nested if. If kulla if. Second if, same B11 is equal to double quotes north. So if B11 is equal to north, south means 1000. If B11 is equal to north, don't worry about the capital letter, small letter. Open the quotes. After typing, close the quotes. Close open பண்ணி முடிஞ்சவன quotes close பண்ணணும். Comma 1500 is my cost. If south region, it's 1000. If north region, it's 1500. Comma another if. Open bracket. Don't close the bracket. You have to close the bracket only at the last. Last one close பண்ணணும். Same if. Same B11 is equal to west. West region means 2000. South is 1000, north is 1500, west is 2000. Last again. Like this, you can check 256 ifs. If 256 ifs. And we have another two new functions that also we'll see. Fourth if, same B11 is equal to east, comma 3000. If B11 equal to south, 1000, B11 equal to north, 1500, B11 equal to west, 2000, B11 equal to east, 3000. If it is not east, if it is not west, if it is not north, if it is not south, I am going to put a 0, or you can check B11 equal to central region on the 0. I mean, one more if also you can check, but here it's not required. If it is not south, if it is not north, if it is not west, if it is not, no, I know there are only 5 regions. 5 regions are irukku theriyum. Appo neenga straight away 0 put. Or you can check one more conditions also, but you have to close all the bracket at the last. All the bracket should be closed at the last. Bracket 1. You can see the last bracket, green. Bracket 2. Purple. Bracket 3. Red. Bracket 4. Black. So last bracket should be black in color. The last bracket is not black in color, then there is a problem in your formula or a function. Last bracket should be black in color. If it is black in color, then your formula is correct. Enter or a control enter. We'll see the easiest method. It's an old formula. We'll see the new formula after this. 2000. South region is 1000. North region is 1500. West region is 2000. East region is 3000. All the other regions are 0. This is a classical old formula. We'll see two new formulas also. Done? After new formula, we jump on to lookup functions. Before lunch, we have to finish lookup. We have to start pivot table before lunch break. Okay. Save this file. Same process, let us see how to do it with the new formula. With the new formula, how to do the same process, we'll see after our break. So I minimized this file, I saved and I minimized it. Let me pause my video recording. I think we are seeing about the nested if, the classical old function. This is the older one. But can I do the same thing with the new function? There are two new functions available, equivalent or next level to this, improved version of this. Two new functions. One is here, what is the disadvantage is we are opening so many ifs, so many bracket. So many ifs, so many bracket, and this may slow down your system speed also. And you can check 255 condition. But the next one which we are going to use is IFS, ifs, equal to IFS, ifs, not if, ifs, IFS, IFS bracket open, IFS bracket open, logical test 1, condition 1. What is the condition 1? Region B11 is equal to double quotes south. B11 is equal to south, comma 1000. First condition. Equal to IFS open bracket B11 is equal to south 1000. First condition is over, comma. Last session what we did is we used one more if, இன்னொரு if use பண்ணோம், but இங்க தேவையில்லை. ரெண்டாவது condition அப்படியே கொடுங்க. ரெண்டாவது condition. What is second condition? Same B11 is equal to north. So B11 south 1000, B11 north, what is the value? 1500. South arna 1000, north arna 1500, comma, same B11 is equal to double quotes west. West means 2000. So whatever if the IFS, B11 south 1000, B11 north 1500, B11 west 2000, comma, same B11 is equal to double quotes east 3000. Only one ifs, IFS, B11 equal to south is 1000, B11 equal to north is 1500, B11 equal to west is 2000, B11 equal to east is 3000. But unfortunately, last session nested if என்ன பண்ணோம், if no condition is satisfied, இந்த condition okay இல்லையா, comma 0 ன்னு போட்டோம். இங்க அது பண்ண முடியாது, it will throw a error. Because இங்க பாருங்க, logical test 1 true, logical test 2 true, logical test 2 3, test 3 true. True or not என்ன பண்ணோம்? If it is true, what we are going to do? That's available. If it is false, what we are going to do? And the option இல்ல. There is no option called as false available. So you have to check the next condition also. All the condition you have to check. 5 condition 5 check பண்ணியே ஆகும். That's a small disadvantage, but advantage is this is very fast. But only one if, only one open bracket and close bracket equal to next one is central. Central no region இருக்கு. Central double quotes comma 0. South is 1000. B11 equal to south means 1000. B11 equal to north means 1500. B11 equal to west is 2000. B11 equal to east is 3000. B11 equal to central is 0. How can I do this using lookup? How can I use this during a copilot? Ignore new functions. One bracket open, one bracket close. That's all. Only one bracket has to be opened, one bracket has to be closed. Be careful on the double quotes. If you open the double quotes has to be closed. Comma, comma, comma. Correcta comma la kuduthireenga. So you have given the commas, you have given the double quotes properly. Otherwise it will throw an error. These are all the things comes with practice. Again, you practice panina, you can do this. Yes. You can see 2000. Literally both the answers are same. Nested if, IFS. Both are giving the same answer. ரெண்டும் ஒரே answer தான். Okay. We'll see the final one, another new function. Okay, done. One more new function is equal to switch. SWITCH, switch. In nested if, the problem is so many if, so many bracket. IFS only one bracket, one close bracket, but conditions are more. Every time I'm checking B11 equal to south, B11 equal to north, B11 equal to west, B11 equal to east. But here, switch switch, open bracket, only one time select B11. B11 just one time go there and select that B11. Select the B11 once. Only one time select the B11. Comma. Value result. Value result. What is the value? What is the result? In B11, what is the value you are going to check? What is the result? So B11, first I want to check double quotes south. If B11 equal to south, comma, 1000. First condition, comma. No need to give B11 equal to south, B11 equal to north, because already I have given B11 once. It automatically checks B11 equal to south, 1000. Second condition, it will automatically check north, 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 comma, 1500. So this is the advantage of this switch. B11 equal to south, B11 equal to north panavana. Only once type B11. It automatically checks that B11 equal to south, B11 equal to north. Same thing, double quotes, east, comma, 2000. So east means 2000, sorry. East is 2000, comma, double quotes, west. Sorry, west. Okay. West is 2000, east is 3000. East, comma, 3000. Here one more advantage is the no condition. Now south illa, north illa, west illa, east illa, straight away you can put a 0 also. You can put a 0. No need to check B11 equal to south, B11 equal to north, B11 equal to west, B11 equal to east. Whatever B11. Only once B11, it automatically check B11 equal to south 1000, B11 equal to north is 1500, B11 equal to west is 2000, B11 equal to east is 3000. If it is nothing is there, 0. Close bracket, you can see all the three will give you the same answer. Moonume ore answer. All the three literally will give you the same answer here. Let me copy it and check. Yes. You can see all the three are giving the same result. See whether the double quotes are closed properly and commas are used properly. Done? If you understand the logic, it's very easy to use. Logic புரிஞ்சிட்டீங்கன்னா easy. Any challenges? Any questions? Queries? Clear? Okay, ready? Second power play. Network power play. Second power play. First two people will get sixer. Second two people will get fours. 3, 2, 1. Rendu peruk 6, rendu peruk 4, rendu peruk 3. Not one person 2 6 are free hit. That is later. Let us go to exercise number 13. In exercise number 13, we have ID, employee name, date of birth, date of join. What are you going to do here is, the best bunny, what are we going to do now is, based on this, find out the age and experience of all the employees. எல்லா எம்ப்ளாயீஸோட ஏஜ் என்ன, எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் என்னன்னு கண்டு. You have to find the age and you have to find the experience of all the employees. Like this, the output should be like this: age and experience. Just now, கொஞ்ச நேரத்துக்கு முன்னாடி தான் இந்த டேட் டிஃப்லாம் போட்டு ஏஜ் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ்லாம் எப்படி கண்டுபிடி, how to find the experience. இன்னைக்கு பார்த்த ஃபர்ஸ்ட் செஷனே தான். How to find the age, how to find the experience. We have date of birth, we have date of joining. Date of birth irukku, date of joining irukku. Based on that, find out what is the age and what is the experience of all the employees. எல்லா எம்ப்ளாயோட ஏஜ் என்ன, எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ். அவுட்புட் இந்த மாதிரி வரும். In years, எல்லாமே years format. Everything should be in years format. Date. Download send it and get it every. You can refer to the previous exercise also. Program money a function. Experience. Okay. How to do this? Any one of the cells somewhere else here equal to today. Open bracket, close bracket. Somewhere else I am typing today. First let me find out the age. Equal to DATE DIF, open bracket, starting date. Which is the starting date? Date of birth. Comma, today's date. F4. Once or two times to put a dollar. Because when I copy it on down, H4 will turn to H5, comma, double quotes, Y. Y is for years, close quotes, close bracket. Date diff, open bracket, starting date, comma, ending date, dollar, double quotes, Y. So the age of the person is 51 years. He is born on 1974. His age is 51 years. Yes. Now the next one. Experience. Same date diff equal to DATE DIF bracket open. Now which is the starting date? Date of D. Date of joining is the starting date. He has joined in this date on this company, so I want to find out the experience. Comma. Today's date again. F4 one time, two time to put a dollar. Comma. Double quotes. Y. Close quotes. Close bracket. Same formula. Only thing is different cell. There date of birth. Here date of joining. That's all. 29 years of experience. He has joined in 1997, so 29 years of experience. Now, same date diff function. First one is age, second one is experience. With the help of this, find out the retirement status of all the employees. Find out the retirement status based on the age. Wherever the age is more 58, yaroda age na 58 ku mele. Only one condition. I think you can use if here. Only one if is enough. Wherever the age is more than 58, yaroda age na 58 ku mele. Whoever have the age of more than 58, they are retired. Otherwise, they are in service. First person age is 51, he is in service. Second person age is 63, he is retired. So if age is more than 58, retired, else in service. If age is more than 58, retired, if age is more than 58, retired, else in service. Sir. 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 Yes. Okay. Retirement status. Okay. So let me put the retirement status here. If equal to IF, if open bracket, what is the condition? Age. G11 greater than 58. If age is more than 58, comma, double quotes, retired. 58 years மேல ஏஜ் இருந்தா he is retired. Else, comma, double quotes, in service. If the age is more than 58, he is retired. Else, only one condition, greater than 58. If not greater than, it should be lesser. Greater than lesser தான் இருக்கு. So if greater than 58 means retired, less than 58 in service. That's all. Bracket close. Enter or control enter. First person is in service because his age is less than 58. Double click. Second person is more than 58 years, he would have retired. So wherever the age is more than 58, you would have got retired, otherwise in service. A small tip which I want to share out of Microsoft Excel. I don't know whether you have noticed it. Whenever I'm doing something, I'm zooming my screen. Not Excel, I'm zooming the entire screen. We have a shortcut key. On your keyboard, Windows, because when I come there, your formulas are very small. And zoom பண்ணி காமி. Windows plus. Keyboard Windows plus. When you are pressing with the Windows plus for first time, it may be little bit slower. கொஞ்சம் ஸ்லோவா இருக்கலாம் first time பண்ணும்போது. Windows minus, Windows plus, plus. கொஞ்சம் பெருசாக screen will be bigger. Windows plus பண்ணிட்டு, you can see a small magnifier symbol. அந்த magnifier lens மாதிரி ஒரு symbol இருக்கும். Click on the lens symbol and minimize it. இதை minimize பண்ணி வச்சுக்கங்க. Minimize it. After this, it will be very fast. Windows plus, 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 plus. Windows minus, 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 minus. Windows plus போட்டு நீங்க மாதிரி you can rotate your screen. You can see the screen. Present பண்ணும்போது மற்றவங்களுக்குலாம் present பண்ணும்போது it's very easy to see your full screens. Windows plus and Windows minus. Windows plus, Windows minus. All of you can do this. Not only Excel, everywhere you can use this. எங்க வேணாலும் நீங்க யூஸ் பண்ணுங்க. Okay. Now the next one. Yeah. Find the department location. You are going to find out the department location here. What is the function you decide? Can I use IFS? Can I use switch? Switch பண்ணலாமா IFS பண்ணலாம். Switchல ஒரு சின்ன disadvantage இருக்கு. Switch can be used only with the text. Last session switch பண்ண பாருங்க. This can be used only with the text. Numberக்கு switch use பண்ணுமா. Number is IFS is better. Department location. Wherever the sales department, wherever the department is equal to sales, block A. Marketing department is block B. Purchase department is block C. Maintenance is in workshop. Admin is head office. Other departments are not assigned. இப்போ கொண்டாது மட்டும் பண்ணீங்களா South region this is the value, North region this is the value, East region this is the value, West region this is the value. அந்த மாதிரி sales means block இல்ல block A போடலாம் just ABC ன்னு கூட போடுங்க. That's your wish. ABC is also okay. Block A, block B ன்னு போறது கஷ்டமா இருந்தா you can put ABC also. So sales is block A, marketing block B, purchase department is in block C, maintenance department is in workshop, admin department is in head office, H1 but okay. Other departments are not assigned, NA not assigned, they are not assigned. So what is the function? I think we can use switch here. Nested if பண்ணலாம் switch பண்ணலாம். Switch is better. எனக்கு என்ன switch better. Switch use பண்ணீங்கன்னா better. You can use nested if also. Nested if use பண்ணலாம். But I recommend switch. Sales is block A, marketing is block B, and purchase is block C, maintenance is workshop, admin department is HO head office, other departments are not assigned. Switch. South 1000, not 2000. அதே கான்செப்ட் தான். Sales is block A, marketing block B, purchase block C, maintenance is workshop, admin is head office, others not assigned. Start out we have A, B, C, workshop, W, head office, HO. Start out we have okay. I need the logic. Otherwise nothing. Otherwise not wrong. Nothing means comma zero. Double quotes, so many double quotes. Sales A, marketing B, maintenance C, admin D, A. Super. ஒவ்வொருத்தரையும் இங்க ரவுண்ட் போடுறாங்க. ஒரு தடவை போடுறோம் சுவிட்சில் ஒரு தடவை போடுறோம். நோ நீட் ஃபார் புட்டிங் so many. Sales block A, marketing block B, purchase block C, maintenance workshop, admin. Very good. Super. Why is the movie? Why is it there? No need for other ways. Just to say, not achieve. Just to say, double quotes. Even for block here, block B, that's also an equation. All the text in the double quotes. Here, here also it is. Same for block B, block C. All the text should be in the block. Wherever we have text, there should be double quotes. Number is not even double. Wherever there is a text, you have to put a double slash. Yes. Zero. Okay. Department location. Okay. Sorry. Location equal to switch. Select the cell where we have the department name, comma, double quotes, sales. If it is a sales department, comma, double quotes, they are in block A, double quotes. If it is a number, you can type it straight away. Text are the double quotes, comma. Next condition. What is the next one? Purchaser. Purchase is, comma, double quotes, block. Purchaser marketing. First one is sales. I didn't. Marketing. Second one is marketing is block B. Sorry. Marketing. Marketing is block B. comma, double quotes, purchase, comma, double quotes. All the text should be in double quotes. This block C. They are in block C. Sales block A, marketing block B, purchase block C, comma, double quotes, maintenance, comma, double quotes. They are in workshop, comma, another double quotes, admin, comma, they are in HO, head office, comma, nothing. If it is not sales, if it is not marketing, if it is not purchase, if it is not maintenance, if it is not admin, at last, not assigned, NA. Other department not assigned. So sales means block A, marketing is block B, purchase is block C, maintenance is workshop, admin in HO. Close bracket, enter block B because they are in marketing. Double click, block A, workshop, block B, block A, block B. So it shows based on your department, it shows the location. Maybe the next one, maybe the next one, experience level. You are going to play the experience level here. Whether they are the experts, where the experience is who are all having more than 20 years of experience. Yarlan 20 years of experience, they are the experts. More than 10 years of experience, they are seniors. More than 5 years of experience, they are middle levels. Less than 5 years are juniors. Less than 5 years. Less than, otherwise, I'll put it as less than 5 years. Less than 5 years are juniors. Less than or equal to 5 years are juniors. Experience more than 20 years are not, they are expert. More than 10 years senior. More than 5 years are middle level. Less than or equal to 5 years are junior levels. I think IFS or if. IFS panala, ifs panala. IFS are nested if. More than 20 years are expert. More than 10 years are seniors. More than 5 years are middle levels. Less than or equal to 5 years are junior levels. So you are going to display the experience levels. Okay. More than 20 years expert. More than 10 years senior. More than 5 years middle level. Less than or equal to 5 years junior. IFS or nested ifs. IFS panala, nested ifs.
Sir,
All are experts. Okay. Right. Let me do it here. Equal to IFS, open bracket, experience greater than 20, who have more than 20 years of experience, comma, they are experts. First part, more than 20 they are expert, comma. Second one, same experience greater than 10, who are all having the experience more than 10, comma, they are seniors. More than 20 is expert, more than 10 is senior, comma, experience. Since it's a number, you cannot use switch. Number ku switch panna mudiyadhu. Switch can be used only for the text. So H is 11, greater than 5. They are middle levels, comma, middle. So greater than 20 are expert, greater than 10 are senior, greater than 5 are middle level. Final one, last one, same H11, less than or equal to 5. They are lesser than or equal to 5 years of experience. They are all juniors. Close bracket. 20 years of experience, more than 20 years of experience, it will be expert. More than 10 years of experience are all seniors. More than 5 years are middle. Lesser than or equal to 5 years are juniors. Yes. Yes. Expert, seniors, expert, junior are male. Middle level. Do conditional greater than conditional formatting, green, red. That conditions I can give. Now the last part. Last part of this exercise. Same sheet. Right hand side. Same sheet on the right hand side. When you come to the same sheet, right side, column number AA, AB. Order ID, number of orders. We got the order from our supplier or customer or whatever. I'm going to give a rating for the customers. Rating. So how are we going to give a rating is, like this, whether the rating is good or average or excellent. So based on the condition, what is the condition? The condition is on the top. If the orders, this one order, if the order is more than 70, who has given more than order of 70, the rating is excellent. More than 50, very good. More than 30, good. Lesser than or equal to 30, good. First one is excellent. So more than 70 is excellent. More than 50 is very good. More than 30 is good. Less than or equal to 30 is average. You decide what is the function. Now I will not say what is the formula or function. You have to decide whether IFS or if or switch. You have to decide. I will not say the function name. Whether we can use nested if, whether we can use IFS or we can use switch. You decide. Okay. Equal to IFS, open bracket. Since it's a number, you cannot use switch. Number of orders, AB11, greater than 70, comma, excellent. Greater than 70 is excellent, comma, AB11, greater than 50, comma, very good. 70 is excellent, greater than 50 is very good, comma, AB11, greater than 30, good. comma, last one, less than or equal to 30, comma, average. More than 70 is excellent, more than 50 is very good, more than 30 is good, less than or equal to 30 is average. Close bracket. That's all. Very good. Yes. Okay. With this, we will jump on to our next exercise. 14. Very important, very powerful. 14, 15, 16, 17. All the 4 exercises we are going to see one concept. One concept in next 4 exercise. Only one concept. Exercise number 14. We have employee number. We have employee name. Yesterday you have downloaded 2 files. One is that exercise file which we are working as of now. There is one more file available called as master. So please open that file called as master. Master ni இன்னொரு file இருக்கு பாருங்க. நேத்து நீங்க டவுன்லோட் பண்ண folderலயே 2 file இருக்கு. ஒன்னு exercise இன்னொன்னு master. So let us open that master file. In master file I have 2 sheets. Employee master, NC register. ரெண்டு sheet இருக்கு. Let us take the first sheet, employee table. Branch name, employee number, name, gender, email address, date of birth, date of joining, retirement age, designation, department. And this goes for more than 1,500. 1,500 employees are available in the company, so we have the list. And I go to that sheet number 14. Here we have the employee number name. Now, based on this employee number name, I want to know what is the designation of this employee. The employee designation enna அப்படின்றத கண்டுபிடிக்கணும், which is available in some other file. I have 2 files. Could you tell me how can I navigate between one file to another file? ஒரு ஃபைல்ல இருந்து இன்னொரு ஃபைலுக்கு எப்படி navigate பண்ணலாம் without using mouse? I expected everyone will say that. Alt tab is the shortcut key to move from one file application to another application. Excel to Word, Word to PowerPoint, Windows, you can use Alt tab. But Excel to Excel within one file, I believe Control tab is the best method. Control tab will move from one Excel to another Excel within Excel itself. Excel ஒரு Excel இருந்து இன்னொரு Excel பண்றது Control tab is the best way. Alt tab, as of now it may work. Suppose நீங்க Word, Excel நிறைய open பண்ணிட்டீங்கன்னா it will jump from one file to another. Software to software it's jumping. It is going to Outlook, it's going to YouTube channel, everywhere it will go. So it will go to multiple application here. So Control tab is the best method. I recommend Control tab. Okay, right. I think you would have guessed what is the formula, what is the function we are going to use. We want to find out the designation. Normally the function used is lookup. There is many lookups available. One is VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP means V stands for vertical. There is one more lookup called as HLOOKUP, horizontal. But V and H will work only from left to right. Right to left, V, H will not work. There is one more function to do this, that is called as index and match. There is another function called as index and match. And if there is a error in VLOOKUP or HLOOKUP, we will use one more function called as if error. And if you are getting a data from same file, ஒரே file இருந்து பண்ணும்போது you may get a error. We have to use some dollars. The cell referencing போட்டு dollarsலாம் யூஸ் பண்ணும் VLOOKUPல. Then approximate match, exact match. We want to find the approximate match, exact match also. All this function in the எல்லா function, all this function was replaced by one function, XLOOKUP. இதோட அடுத்த லெவலே, இதோட ரீப்ளேஸ், இதோட இம்ப்ரூவ் வெர்ஷன். In the எல்லா function, no need to write all the function. You can do everything by XLOOKUP itself. Your அடுத்த level ஒன்று இருக்கு. XLOOKUP next level is merge query. That's we are going to see in the second level of Excel training, not today. So XLOOKUP. So I think we are going to use XLOOKUP now. If you are already using VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, index match, from today, stop using it. We already said RIP very long back. RIP in சொல்லி ரொம்ப 7-8 வருஷம் ஆகுது. So don't use lookup, VLOOKUP, don't use HLOOKUP, index match, if error, cell referencing, approximate, everything we can do it by XLOOKUP itself. Let us start with the basics and gradually we will see the next level of this XLOOKUP. In XLOOKUP, 3 things are required. 3 விஷயம் தேவைப்படுது. One is lookup value. First one is lookup value. Lookup value is the reference cell. Reference cell. That is your input cell. Tell me, which is my input? Based on, I want the designation as an output, which I can take it as an input here. I have 2 columns. One is employee number, another one is employee name. Which I can take it as my reference. Can I take the employee number or employee name? Either reference I எடுத்துக்கலாம். Employee number. Why can't we take employee name? There can be 2 employee with the same name. So repeat ஆகிறதுக்கு chance இருக்கு. So better what you said is correct. Employee number. அவ்வளவுதான். இது simple. இது VLOOKUP-லையும் common. This is common in VLOOKUP also. So first one is lookup value, the reference value. Second one, lookup array. What is that lookup array? Lookup array is select the range where we have lookup value. Select the range where we have lookup value on the source table. On your source table, where is this lookup value available? Source table is the master table. Go to that master table. Where is your lookup value available? எங்க இருக்கு என்னோட lookup value? எந்த column இருக்கு என்னோட lookup value? Where is my lookup value here? இது எது lookup value? அது output value. அது output. Lookup எதை வச்சு lookup பண்ண? Lookup array. Lookup எதை பேஸ் பண்ணி நம்ம designation கொண்டு வர போறோம்? Employee number. So that is available here. இங்க தான் இருக்கு. That is our lookup value. Lookup value is the column where we have this lookup value. Employee number. அதுதான் lookup. Output வர போறது வேற column. Output is designation. This is my lookup value column. Third, return array, which is your output array. எது உங்களுக்கு output ஆகும்? Select the range which we want as an output. எது output வரணும்னு நினைக்கிறீங்களோ, which you want it as an output, that range you have to select it on your source table. உங்க source table எது output வரணுமோ அந்த range, only that range has to be selected. Which is my output is I think designation. So on the designation or range நீங்க select பண்ணணும். Let me do this. Only this 3 things. அவ்வளவுதான். Lookupல only this 3 things. First one is lookup value, lookup array, return array. Lookup values, which is your input. Employee number. Lookup array in the employee number where it is on my source table, comma, return. Which you want it as output, designation. That output. That's all. Pandra, let me do it. If you have any questions, queries, doubts, ask me. I can repeat it any number of times. Equal to XLOOKUP. XLOOKUP. Equal to XLOOKUP. Lookup value. Which I want to look up? I want to look up the employee number. A11. Select only that A11. As of now, select only that A11. Comma. A11 is my lookup, comma, lookup array. Where is this employee number available on my master table? So go to that master table. I'll go to the master table. I'll go to that master table. Where is that employee number available on my master table? Here it's available. Select that employee number. Don't select the entire column. Even I have seen in VLOOKUP, people are selecting the entire column. VLOOKUP itself normally slow. VLOOKUP is slow down. But I have seen people are selecting some columns like this. Full column select பண்ணுவாங்க, which is a wrong method. Don't do that. Select only the range. Range, not the column. Select the range where we have the lookup value. The range is this one, employee number. With the heading or without heading is your wish. Heading order பண்ணுங்க, heading இல்லாம order பண்ணுங்க, உங்க விருப்பம் தான். But follow the same methodology. இங்க heading select பண்ணா எல்லா இடத்துலயும் heading பண்ணுங்க, ஒரே மாதிரி பண்ணுங்க. ஒன்னுல heading select பண்ணா another one without heading, don't do that, it will throw error. So here I am selecting with the heading. Control Shift down arrow. Select the range where we have that employee number. That's my lookup array. Lookup array is where we have that employee number. Select the lookup array. Comma. Select the range. Control Shift down arrow. And the employee number எங்க இருக்கோ அந்த range select பண்ணணும். Control Shift down arrow. திருப்பி முடிச்சிட்டு நான் திரும்பி சொல்றேன். Comma. Now return array. Return array என்றது which you want it as output. எது நமக்கு output வரணும்? Designation. The designation column is here. This column. You can select it from bottom to top or top to bottom. உங்க இஷ்டம் தான். இங்க இருந்து மேல select பண்ணலாம், மேல இருந்து கீழ வரணும். Control Shift up arrow. But be careful here. In employee, while selecting employee number, I have selected with the heading. Here also you have to select it with the heading. Here if you are not selected the heading, don't select the heading here. இங்க heading ஓட select பண்ணீங்களே employee number. அப்ப designation heading ஓட தான் select பண்ணணும். அங்க heading ஓட இங்க heading இல்லாம, இங்க heading ஓட அங்க heading ல மாத்தி மாத்தி பண்ணிடாது. Then there will be a problem. Here you can see B10 to B1570. I10 to I150. Correct. I10, I150. B10, B correct ஆ heading ஓட சேர்த்து select பண்ணணும். That's all. That's all. Close the bracket. Or no need to close the bracket also, just press enter. That's all. We got the designation of this employee. This is the designation of this employee. திரும்ப repeat பண்றேன். Maybe who have written VLOOKUP, they know this, how this XLOOKUP is very easy. Let me do it one more time. Equal to XLOOKUP. Employee number is my input. So let me select the employee number. Comma. Go to the master sheet. Where is this employee number available? On the range. Only that range. Don't select the entire column. B, C, no, only the range where we have the employee number. Only that range. Control Shift down arrow. With the heading or without heading is your wish. But follow the same method. In heading order panninga, other things also you have to select it with the heading. Comma. Then I want the designation. Select the designation from top to bottom or bottom to top. But in employee number, I selected with the heading. Here also you have to select it with the heading. You heading order no select. Close bracket or no need to close the bracket also. Just to press enter or control enter. We got the designation. How do I know my designation is right? Mola copy pannikiren, double click. I will check it in my source data. Employee number is 200084. Search பண்ணி பாத்துருமா. I'll go to the employee master. Control F. 200084 is my employee number. Yes, this is 200084. The employee designation is supervisor. Let me go there and check. Yes, it's supervisor. Correct. Okay. Simple. No need for remembering the column numbers, row numbers. Alla nyabam vechikkanumla. Unna nariya advantage irukku. We'll see one by one. Okay. Done? Clear? One more advantage in XLOOKUP is, which you are going to do now. Find the department, find the branch. எனக்கு டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்டும் கண்டுபிடிக்கணும், பிரான்ச்சும். I want you to find out the department, find out the branch with the same XLOOKUP function. Using XLOOKUP, find out the department, find out the branch. Same XLOOKUP, find the department, find the branch. Branch is on the right side. Sorry, right to left side la branch. VLOOKUP la panna mudiyadhu. VLOOKUP la you cannot find the right to left. Left to right is possible, but hinga right to left. Department and branch. Branch is more important. That's on the left hand side of your head. Sir. And the column number. You have selected the output, but it is and which column is here? That will be mistake. And spelling mistake for XLOOKUP also. XLOOKUP. Branch. Okay, equal to X lookup. Select the employee number, comma, master sheet. Go to the master sheet. Inside the master sheet, you have to select the column where we have the employee number. Only the employee number. Comma. Select the column where we have the department. Select the column where we have the employee number. Select the column range. Don't select the column, the range. Department. That's all. Close bracket. Enter. We got the department names. Same thing. Let me do it for branch. Equal to XLOOKUP. Select the employee number. Comma. Go to the master sheet. Select the employee number range here. Comma. Select the branch range here. This is not possible if you are using VLOOKUP. I don't know whether you have tested. VLOOKUP will work from left to right. Right to left VLOOKUP will not work. But the XLOOKUP will. That's the advantage of this XLOOKUP. Yes, we got the branch name. Okay. And you know, in disadvantage of VLOOKUP is you will select the entire table and you have to remember the row number, column number. If we change, for example, I don't recommend, but then I'm VLOOKUP just for the sake I'm doing it. I don't recommend you, but I'm just I'm putting a VLOOKUP here. VLOOKUP, comma A11, comma. You have to select the from the employee number. You have to select branch is not possible. Branch is on the left side, which is not possible. You have to select the entire table and you have to remember the column number also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Eighth column is my designation. You have to put 8, comma, you have to put a 0. Exact. This will slow down your system speed because you are selecting the entire column. Over column 1, 2, 3, 8 search panni. From 8th column it will bring you the result. So many disadvantages we will see one by one. Now I am getting the same output. This is fine. So XLOOKUP and VLOOKUP is getting same output, but XLOOKUP is easier, VLOOKUP is a little bit tougher. And one more problem in this VLOOKUP is, suppose in my source data, assume in my original source data, I'm going to change my columns. If I put a column, I want to insert a new column here. I want to add one more column in between. Nadula or column add right click and I insert a new column here. But when after inserting a column, when I go to the function, VLOOKUP is showing an error, but XLOOKUP will work 100%. Even if you changed your column also, no problem. So I changed my column. It's in the 8th column, 9 port time, but still it's working. XLOOKUP will work, but VLOOKUP it will throw a error here. 0, 0 on error work. So no problem if you are interchanging the column. Delete panod, that column should not be deleted. If you are interchanging the column, problem illa. This column I delete it now. I bring it here. So like this you can do it in XLOOKUP, which is not possible in VLOOKUP. Okay. Now, let us move on to exercise number 15. Complaint ID, complaint date, equipment ID, NC ID. Go to the next sheet. We have some equipment name, project name, equipment ID, voltage class, business unit, or period table. In the table, it's going like this. Now, what I want you to do here is, based on this table, I want you to display the equipment name here. And equipment name work. So based on what, either input, either output, where is your output, you decide. I want the equipment name to be displayed by writing XLOOKUP. But when I copy it on the bottom, you may get a error. Copy error worth chance. If there is a error, we'll see how to solve that error. Error irundichna and the error eppadi solve pannalaanu apparama solren. First write the formula. Find the equipment name. Based on what you decide. I don't know. Either input, either output, I don't know. Pakkath sheet is master sheet. The next sheet is your master sheet. But which is your input, which is your output, I don't know.
There will be something.
Okay. Now we are going to see the next power of this X lookup. First, let me finish this. Equal to X lookup, equipment ID, comma, go to the master sheet, equipment ID C11. Go to the master sheet and select the range where we have that equipment ID. Select the range where we have the equipment ID, comma, select the range where we have the equipment name. But be careful, heading. With the heading or without heading means it should be even. That's all. Close bracket or no need to close the bracket. Enter. We got the equipment name here. And I copy this on the bottom just by making a double click. We are getting some data, but on the bottom there is some NA. Why there is NA? Is this equipment is not available? Let us check the equipment name. EQP0011. I'll go to the master sheet. EQP011. Yes, it's there. Already it's there. Still, it is saying not available. The data irukku, but not available. No. Why? The reason is, last session, the exercise number 11 or 12 also, when I copy it on the bottom, it is throwing error. We have applied $1. Give same problem. When I copy, last session, we didn't get that error because we are getting the data from some other file. Excel has automatically inserted $1. Here also it has inserted $, so we are getting the right result. But here, it's not inserting $1. So what will happen is, first equipment, it will search it from F10 to F100. Second equipment, it is searching from F11. Third equipment, it is searching from F12. F13, F14, F15. For example, first equipment, it will search from here. Second equipment, it is searching from here. So, few previous equipment, it is ignoring. So, what's happening is here is when there is a error, it is searching only from F27. F27, where is my 27? 27. Inge irundha searching ஆரம்பிக்குது. So it will ignore the first 16 products. 16 parts ignore பண்ணிட்டு வரும். That's a problem here. So if you are using old version of Excel, we have to apply some dollar for it. But latest version it's not required. அதுவும் இல்லாமல் why VLOOKUP is very slow. One is we are selecting the entire table. That's one way slow. Another way, as of now, VLOOKUP or XLOOKUP என்ன பண்ணோம்? First employee number, it is go to the master and it will search all the employee number and it will post the department here. For 1500 employees, it will search it in 1500 rows and it will post the data. Second time, it's going to the second employee, go to the master, search it and post it. Third employee, go to the master, search it and post it. That's time waste. So I am going to a place. If our shop floor, I want to take a material. I am taking a material and coming back. Second time I am going there, taking a material, coming back. Third time going and taking and coming back. Instead, go once. Take all the material and come back one time. That will be very faster. Correct? And the concepts are now we are going to do. Go only one time without error. Take the material and come back immediately. So, how to do that? Delete this formula because it's throwing a error. Please delete it. If you are not deleting, you will get some error. Spill error or error. You will get some spill error here. So please do delete it. Okay. Sorry, any challenges? Shall we move on? Okay. Now what are we going to do is, every time going to the master and getting it. One time go to the master and get it at one time. So that's what we are going to do. Equal to XLOOKUP. I don't want to go to the first equipment ID, go to the master and get it. Second equipment ID, go to the master and get it. Get all the equipment ID. All equipment ID, get it one time. So select all the equipment ID here. Select all, entire column without the heading. Here heading, I want only the data. So select the entire equipment ID once. Entire equipment, input layer, lookup value, select the entire equipment ID. Comma. Go to that master table. Here also select the entire equipment ID. India entire equipment ID is select. Select the entire equipment ID again. Comma. And select the entire equipment name again. Entire range. That's all. That's all. Close bracket or no need to close the bracket, just press enter. We got all the output at one time. No need to copy paste. No need to double click drag. No error. There is no error. No need to copy paste. One time. It's going to the master and it's getting all the data back again. And one more advantage. You can see second and third and fourth row. There is no formula actually. Formula even though you are seeing the formula on the top, click actually there is no formula. The formula is written only on one cell. Formula, it is getting all the equipment and it's coming back and posting all the equipment. Very faster, very simpler and very efficient also. This is the power of using this XLOOKUP. I am repeating it again. One cell formula. I delete it and I repeat it again. Equal to XLOOKUP. Select the entire equipment ID. Or equipment name heading using XLOOKUP we can bring the heading also. That we'll see it. Now I will select only the equipment ID, entire equipment ID here. Come on. Go to the equipment table. Here also select the entire equipment ID column. Come on. Equipment name. That's all. Enter. Close bracket. No need to close the bracket also. Enter it. We got the output. One formula, all the output. No need to write multiple formulas. புரியல அதெல்லாம் பண்ணுவோம் சார் அதெல்லாம் இன்னும் இருக்கு பண்ணுவோம் we are going to do that நீங்க இதான சொல்றீங்க இதோட போதும், அது எக்ஸ்ட்ரா ஃபீச்சர். That also can, wherever you are seeing the square bracket, that is optional. Without square bracket on the mandatory. But இது எங்க யூஸ் பண்ணோம் நெக்ஸ்ட் சொல்றோம். We are going to use the if not found, match mode, search mode. We are going to do that next. But that's not mandatory, compulsory. எந்த ஃபார்முலாலையும் வித்தவுட் பிராக்கெட்ல இருந்துச்சுன்னா மேண்டேட்டரி, பிராக்கெட் ஸ்கொயர் பிராக்கெட்டுக்குள்ள இருந்தால் ஆப்ஷனல். நோ நீட் டு கிவ் இட், எம்டி ஆகிட்டோட ஓகே. ரைட், நவ் display the business unit and order value without error. எரர் இல்லாம எனக்கு இது ரெண்டுத்தையும் டிஸ்பிளே பண்ணுங்க. வித்தவுட் எரர் டிஸ்பிளே த பிஸ்னஸ் யூனிட் அண்ட் டிஸ்பிளே தி ஆர்டர் வேல்யூ வித்தவுட் எரர்ஸ். கீழே காப்பி பண்ணக்கூடாது, எரரும் வரக்கூடாது. நோ எரர்ஸ். இஃப் ரியலி தெர் இஸ் அ எரர், வில் சி ஹவ் டு ஹேண்டில் இட். உண்மையிலேயே எரர் இருந்தால் அது எப்படி ஹேண்டில் பண்ணுறதுன்னு நெக்ஸ்ட் பார்ப்போம். ஸோ டிஸ்பிளே த பிஸ்னஸ் யூனிட் அண்ட் டிஸ்பிளே தி ஆர்டர் வேல்யூ without the error. Okay. Equal to X lookup, entire equipment ID here, comma, equipment table, here also entire equipment ID, comma, business unit column, entire business unit column. Input to the entire table, here also the entire column. All the three, input column, output column. Lookup column, input column, output column. Close bracket, enter. So we got the business unit here. Equal to X lookup. Select the entire equipment ID. Comma. Equipment table. Here also select the entire equipment ID. With the heading, without heading is your wish. Comma. Select the entire order value. Close bracket. But fortunately, all the data available here is available on the master. இங்க இருக்க data எல்லாமே masterல இருக்கு. So we got it. Assume I am going to type some dummy ID here. சும்மா வாண்டடாவே just for checking purpose, I am going to type some dummy equipment ID here. சும்மா டம்மியா EQP 1 2 3 4 5 6 some dummy ID அடிக்க to check. So it is saying NA 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 NA. Not available, not applicable. I don't want this NA. NA because this data is not there. It is saying NA. I don't want this NA. Instead of NA, I want display some value. No data, not available. Or order when I create a pivot table based on this, or when I create a formula based on this, it will throw an error because NA is an error. Instead of NA, I want to put a 0. Or instead of NA, I want to put some no data, not available, some message. So what we do is very simple. Just go to the XLOOKUP formula. Come to the last. Comma. If you are using VLOOKUP, we have to use another function called as if error. Inge it's not required. If not found, if the data is not found, what do you want to do? I want to display a message no data. No data or message. So, can I type no data? Double quotes. Very good. Because it's a text character. No data. Not there. So, comma put no data. Enter. So, if the data is available, it will find you the data. The data is not available, it will display a message called as no data. Same thing for the next one, business units. Go to the last. Comma, double quotes, no data. For order value also, order value advantages, comma, straight away I can put a 0. Because 0 is not a text, 0 is a number. Number a double quotes it's not required you have to put a 0, double quotes for a 0 because it's a text number. So if the data is there, it will show you the data. If the data is not there, it will show you a 0. Okay? So if error function or not required. VLOOKUP if error or function actually. If there is a error, but here that's also not required. Okay? Right? Now the next challenge is go to that master sheet. Open master sheet. Already there is a employee table available which we already did. Employee table next NC register where we have some rows. Your problem is data row wise are NC category, severity, NC ID, department, reported date, status and corrective action. So what I want you all to try is what I want you all to try is I want you all to display the NC category and NC status here. If there is a error, error no data formula. Bring out the NC category or NC status here. NC category, NC status kondu varano. But whatever problem row wise but you can do it. Try pannunga. If the data is not there, no data message which is your input, which is your output. Either input, either output. You decide. You decide. So அந்த எம்ப்ளாயி மாஸ்டருக்கு பக்கத்துலேயே ஒரு ஷீட் இருக்கு, என்சி ரிஜிஸ்டர். நெக்ஸ்ட் டு எம்ப்ளாயி மாஸ்டர் யூ கேன் சி there is a sheet called as என்சி ரிஜிஸ்டர். அந்த ஷீட்டில் இந்த டேபிள் இருக்கு. எஸ், ஐ எம் கமிங். போத் 2 மணி ஆச்சா? என்சி கேட்டகரி அண்ட் ஸ்டேட்டஸ். என்சி கேட்டகரி, என்சி ஸ்டேட்டஸ். டேட்டா என்ன நோட் டேட்டா என்ன எண்ணியே வரக்கூடாது. நோ என்இஎஸ். Next to employee master sheet on your master table, master file. Status. Okay, let me try this. Equal to, I want to bring the NC ID based on this NC ID. What we are going to bring is, first we are going to bring the NC category and status. Okay, equal to X lookup. Select the entire NC ID. One stroke you can select everything. From now you can select everything, so that one time it will go there and find everything. NC ID, comma, go to the NC register. It is in row wise, but no problem. This will, in old version we had to use H lookup, but here it will work. We are not sorry HR, it will work in any direction. Control Shift right arrow, NC ID, comma. this one. Control Shift left arrow. With the heading, without heading is your wish, but follow the same methodology. Comma. If not found, I want to give a message called as no data. Can you see a no data? Close bracket. Yes. So it shows the NC category. If there is no data, you can see there is a message called as no data. But how can I find out this no data? Where is no data? We'll do that. Equal to X lookup. I want the NC status. Select the entire NC ID here. Comma. Go to the master sheet. Here select the entire NC ID with the heading or without heading. Comma. Status also here. There I have selected with the heading. Here also we have to select it with the heading. Comma. Double quotes. No data. Close bracket. Enter. So wherever there is a data available, it shows data. Wherever the data is not there, it shows no data. But I want to know wherever there is no data, I want to highlight it separately. Select that status column. Select the status column. Yesterday we did this. Select the status column. Control Q. Control Q. Text contain duplicate unique values equal to. There is something called as equal to. Select the column. Control Q. Equal to. Equal to what? No data. If it is equal to no data, I want to put a red color. Light red filled with dark red. Okay. Let us say the red color itself. Okay. So if there is no data, it will show you in red. Wherever there is no data, it shows in a red. Select the column, Control Q, or you can go to Home tab, conditional formatting. Control Q itself, you can see equal to. Equal to what? No data. Wherever there is no data, I want to put a red, so that I can identify this data is not there. This is one method. Another method is go to Home tab, conditional formatting, highlight cell rules, equal to no data. Now, still this lookup is not over. Exercise number 16. In exercise number 16, we have a supplier name, we have purchase price. There are list of suppliers and we have purchase price, and there is one table available. If the purchase price is between 0 to 5 lakh, I am going to give a star rating, or he is my basic supplier, performance score, credit periods. So if it is 5 lakh mean credit period is only 15 days, credit period is 30 days, 45 days, and delivery priority, it is standard, high priority, and express priority, premium, dedicated. Like this we have some table. Now let us take one thing. Maybe first let us start with the supplier rating. So I want to give a rating for the supplier based on the purchase value. If the purchase value is between 0 to 5 lakh, 1 star. 5 lakhs to 10 lakh, 2 star. 10 lakh to 20 lakh, 3 star. 20 lakhs to 50 lakh, 4 star. More than 50 lakhs, 5 star. So for example, first let us take the first supplier, Alpha Components. 3,20,000. Could you tell me what could be the star for this supplier? In a starting over, no, what should be the star here? What should be the star rating? 1 star, because it falls between 0 to 5 lakh. Remember, suppose I take this Elite Manufacturing is 58 lakhs, so it should be 5 stars. So the complicated if, people will write a if function, but data, how many ifs we can write? It's very complicated. We can do it by X lookup itself. இதே விஷயத்தை X lookup லே பண்ணலாம். This another advantage of using X lookup. So let me find out the supplier rating here. So we are find out the rating, writing the same X lookup. X lookup, open bracket, lookup value. I'm selecting the entire purchase value table because one time I want to get everything back again. Otherwise, when you copy it on the bottom, it may throw an error also. Select the entire column of purchase value B11 to B40, comma, input cell is this, lookup array, this is purchase value, this is my input array, lookup array, input value, comma, output, which I wanted as output, supplier rating. If there is a error, comma, if there is a error, what are we going to do? If there is a error, I think there no error will not appear. Kandipa error, because anyway it will fall with some value, 0 to 5 lakh, 5 to 10 lakh, 10 lakh to 12 lakh, more than 50 lakhs, 1 crore la, it will be more than 50 lakh. It will fall with some value. Error, when it will throw error, if there is a negative value, if purchase is a negative, purchase negative or chance illa, but still, if there is not found, what do you want to do? Maybe I will say no rating, something, no rating here. I will put something here, no rating. So, if there is a error, there is no rating. Negative means no rating. Rating or NA, NR, or message, some message. Comma. Here is first time we are going to use this match mode. As of now, all are exact match. From the afternoon, morning we are using the XLOOKUP, all are exact. But here, it's not exact. It should be approximately between 0 to 5 lakh, between 5 to 10 lakh, between 10 to 20 lakh, between 20 to 50 lakh, more than 50 lakhs. And see how is your table, whether your table is in an ascending order, whether the table is in a descending order. Whether your table is smallest to largest or largest to smallest. Our table is smallest to largest. So, inge parunga. Next to smaller item. If your table is largest to smallest, then you have to go for next larger item. Largest to smallest na larger item. Smallest to largest na smaller item. So, it should be smaller item. What is the number for smaller item is -1. Either type -1 or double click on that -1. One -1 type pannunga or double click on that -1. That's all. Let me type -1, because that's a number for exact match with the next larger, smaller item. So -1, close bracket. That's all. Enter or control enter. We got the rating automatically. 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, 4 star, 5 stars. Simple. Let me repeat it again. Equal to XLOOKUP. Select the purchase value, comma. Select the input purchase value here, comma. Output rating. For example, I am putting a rating here. Rating, comma. No rating here. I will put NR, no rating, comma. -1. Why -1? Because my table is in an ascending order. If your table is in a descending order, then you should have said 1. That's all. We got the output. Short one. கண்டிப்பா இல்லைன்னா வராது, இல்லைன்னா மேட்சிங் கரெக்டாக எடுக்காது. அப்போ தான் அந்த பின்னு செட் ஆகும். நீங்கள் மேலே 5 lakh இங்கே 20 lakh கொடுத்தீங்கன்னா எதுக்குன்னு சொல்லி செட் ஆகாது. எதர் ஏதாவது ஒரு ஆர்டரில் இருக்கும். And one more thing, this column is a dummy column. Even if you delete it also, nothing will happen. Excel will take only this data. இங்கே தான் செக் பண்ணும். 0 to 5 lakh it will come here. 5 to 10 it come here. 10 to 20 it come here. 20 to 50 it will come here. More than 50 it will come here. So this column is just for a dummy column. One more small tip is, no need to write multiple formulas here. For example, just for example, I want to find out the performance score here. அவங்களுடைய performance score பண்ணும், or delivery priority பண்ணும், or inspection criteria பண்ணும், or I want to put the supplier tires. So every time don't write the formula. I think here we have written the I column. Now what is the output I want is, for example, I want the credit period, L column. L column வந்தா போதும். So என்ன பண்ணலாம்? இந்த ஃபார்முலாவை instead of rewriting, it's better always write the formula. First time practice with formula. நிறைய formula எழுதி practice பண்ணுங்க. But after writing the formula, I don't want to write the formula now. So go to the formula bar. இங்கே போகணும் மேலே. Formula barல போய் copy the formula. Control C. Go to formula bar and copy. Don't copy it normally. இங்கே formula barக்கு போயிட்டு copy. Control C. Come out. Escape பண்ணி வெளில வந்துருங்க. Come out of this. Formula barல போயிட்டு copy and come out of the formula bar. Go to the next column. Formula bar. Paste it. I don't want the I column here. Instead of I want L. So L in putting L2, L6. I க்கு பதிலா L in மாத்திரும். Instead of I make it as L. That's all. Now you will get that L is the credit period. So you will get the credit periods here. So you can, instead of rewriting the formula, you can copy and paste the formula and change your column numbers. L, M, J, K, whatever it is. I can go here, paste it. Suppose I want column number M, so just change it to M here. M2 to M6. So you will get that column M also. So instead of rewriting the formula எழுதுறதுக்கு பதிலா அந்த column number மாத்தி விட்டு. That's all. Very simple. Okay? Or write your formula. Formula எழுதுறது ஒரு நல்ல practice. If you are writing more formulas, it's practice. Practice-காக. After practicing it, if you are well versed with lookup, then you can copy and paste. Okay? Still one more exercise is pending in lookup. After lookup, we have to start with pivot. Pivot is another vast concept. Pivot can be covered within 2-3 hours. Impossible. Normally, pivot I will cover for 2 days. Only pivot. Pivot மட்டுமே 2 days எடுப்போம். That much it's a bigger chapter, but we'll try to cover as much as possible with all your cooperation. At least we'll finish dashboard. ஒரு dashboard create பண்ற அளவுக்கு நம்ம பண்ணணும். Okay? So as of now, I am saving this file. Minimize this and we'll go for a lunch break.